you are. It is Friday, March 7th, 2025, 7:59 a.m. I've been looking for you, and here you are. How are you feeling this morning? Here's my dearest daughter, Hellis. Says, how are you feeling today? You are amazing. Hi, Colin. Here's my friend. How are you guys feeling this morning? It's Friday. And you're early, your finger is on the button. Colin, I hope you have great reception today. Sometimes it goes down for you. And here we are, 7:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks, Stace. Let me pin this. So we have it here. It's the morning blessings. It's 8 o'clock. So let's do this. Let's get the show on the road. Of course, you know what I'm having, and it's enjoyable, it's tasty, and it's creamy, not sweet though, but it has a special sweet flavor. So good morning, and how did you sleep last night? Share how you slept. Did you have a nice long sleep? Stacy, you had a very busy day. How did that go? So it's Friday. And on Fridays, excuse me, we look forward to Saturday. Good morning, Nancy. How are you feeling this morning? How was your day yesterday? How you slept last night? Have you looked at it? I slept good. It's been a busy week. Yes, you have had a very busy week. And that's why I wanted to have this topic today, but it just came a few, I guess, or 10 days, 12 days ago. And it said, what we give out to the world is exactly what we get back or what we receive. What we give out is what is returned to us. And it looks like we have to be taught this as an adult. I am not too sure that a lot of us got it as children. That your attitude, your behavior, your words comes back to haunt you. And they will say, be careful what you say because you'll get it back. Good morning, Deborah. How are you feeling this morning? So on a Friday, after we look at the week, you know, I never ask you to go back there and sit in the good or the bad of this week. Reflect though. What will you do on today that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday you did or you didn't do? So it's a reflection just to see where you are. And if there were mistakes, words that should not have left your lips or your tongue should have just stayed in your mouth, then there is nothing you can do about it now. But you've learned your lesson and you're going to go forward right in this moment. There is no other moment than this moment. And when you're in this moment, it is what matters. Some of us who have children that drops in or phones and take up all of our time because they have a story to tell. They have something to tell. What I'm asking you to do, even if it's a friend or a sister or an in-law or someone somewhere that has something they want to say, and they pick up the phone and they call. But you had plans for that day. So what I'm asking, good morning, nephew, how are you feeling this morning, is to connect and say, I am here. Let me absorb what they're saying. It is as it is. You didn't plan to be distracted or to move from your plans for the day. But they came through a phone call or a text or just something. And you have to listen because your listening is giving to the world. You're giving a listening ear. Isn't that what they say? So that's why I went there purposely. There are many ways of giving or sending things out to the world. Many ways. So somebody is going through something that is not pleasant and they call and ask you and talk with you. Your children just wants to sit and chat, unaware that you have other things you plan to do today. Hello, sister. How are you feeling this morning? Is that the time for you to say, I'm busy, I have to do this, I must do this? Or is it the time to be in the moment and realize the moment is a fleeting time, it's going to go? And you can pick up and go and do what you have to do. Beach day for you. Great job. Because you see, they say that man as a human race proposes certain things in their life. And then God comes along and he disposes what he wants in our lives. We know that with the weather. We know that with the world, right? So that's why you've maybe planned to sit and do something, and you're busy doing it. And ding, 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 ding. And it's a child, a friend, a sibling, a neighbor. Do not say, I have to go to do that. For a minute, it's so challenging to do. Stay in the moment and say, okay, that's what's going on. You're giving them the time to express what's happening in their life. And that is what it is that we have to realize. What we give to others comes back to us. It does not necessarily have to mean it comes back from the same person we gave it to. That's not what it is. It will just come. So that your action of listening is good. It will come back to you. Maybe not an action of listening from somebody listening to you, but somebody helping you. It could be your neighbor that says, okay, you're doing this, let me help you with that. It could be a friend that is saying, I'm going over there and this is on sale. I'm going to pick it up for you. You can, when you see me, you will have it. But that action got spurred on because you listened to somebody else's story when really you didn't have the time. You know you didn't have the time. But you gave them the time anyway. So, but you have to be aware that that person hasn't evolved. They're not enlightened enough yet, sufficiently yet, to do the same to you. So therefore, you cannot go and give them what they give you by saying, every time I call you, you're doing something else. So I'm doing something else right now. Hey, who are you? Are you yourself or are you them? Remember, we didn't like what they did. So when you reciprocate in kind, you're becoming what you do not like. So what you give out there in that thought, that attitude, that behavior comes rushing back at you. Simple. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, or it could come in the way that you're on this path and you come to the crosswalk and you have no idea where to turn. But then you're on this journey and you have nowhere, I don't know where to go. I don't mean a physical journey, but a thought journey, a planned journey. And then all of a sudden, ding, a bird flies in front of you. And you observe where the bird is going and you've walked towards that. And there you find your way to where you desire to be. You'll meet people on that journey that have the same thoughts like you, that will move you along. These are the people that comes to the morning blessing. These are you guys. We have to learn. I learn when I teach this. I learn when I hear you. Good morning, Kimberly. How are you feeling this morning? I learn how to behave when I observe what you guys say. Like when you come, when somebody greets you, how are you feeling today? Good morning. Like all your lovely greetings, abundant rising people, everyone. Hey, abundant rising. What a salutation to a letter. What a salutation to good morning, abundant rising queen. That's what Kimberly is giving us. Do you think she's going to get less than that from the world? She's going to get that and a little bit more. You know, when you, in the old days, when they went to buy bread, they would give you 13 loaves, or 12 plus 1. Well, that's what it is. That greeting is amazing. Like, good morning, wonderful people. It's nice to express yourself. Good morning, Betty. How are you feeling today? But it's also amazing to say to somebody, hey, you look beautiful today. And maybe you send this out to them. How do you treat that person? Because when you said you look beautiful today, oh, stop tired. And what I have is an old dress. I had it in the cupboard for 40 years and 40 nights. And that they cannot accept a compliment. What does that tell you? They cannot give one either. So you have to be careful to realize whatever action we take, in words, thoughts, actions, doing it, we're getting it back. If you feel complete and you feel amazing and you share, good morning, Rosalind, how are you feeling this morning? And you show it and you share your amazing you out there, you are going to get more of that amazing personality you're putting out to the world. And when you know you have God on your side and the universe got your back, there isn't anything else. We have one job to do. One. Everything we do, we should strive to do our best. Good morning, Yuko. If you're going to help someone, and you cannot give them the best that you have to offer, it is to your benefit not to do that, not to do it, to not do it. You cannot do it so it really looks good for that person to really appreciate your action, the time you took to do it. You cannot do that, or you choose not to do that. Don't do it. Because if you cannot give your best to others, you will not receive your best from others. Even the universe will hold you back. Because no matter what day we are having, that's the best day that God had for us today. And somebody said to me, I don't know if it was Dawn, one of you guys said, I don't know what the message is in this experience. You don't. But I know there is a message. That was what the person said. Whoever it is, I can't remember. But there is a message in every experience we have. So that's why when somebody has asked you to do something, or you decide you want to do something, give it your all. Give it your best. If you know you're going to hold back, because that person was not nice to you 5 years ago, then you might as well just don't do it, because it will not work for you in the future. Our present moment is our future moment. The now that we have now is the now in a second, another now, our now. So whatever string we pull behind us, is it you want to find your way home? What did Hansel and Gretel do? They spread crumbs. The birds ate it, remember? But they had done something to find their way back home. When we do good, we are finding our way back home. When we do good, we are connecting to the person we were created to be. I don't mean good when you allow somebody to abuse you. That's wrong. That is giving up. And that again now, if you accept it, you're going to expect others to accept the same behavior from another human being, and that is wrong. The horrible thing that happened to you, that you think it's okay, you know it wasn't good, but then somebody is going to face it or experience it, and you're standing there. And all you can say is, well, it happened to me, so is that right? Are you asking for more of it? Are you saying it's okay for that person that hurt you of somebody else to mimic that behavior and pass it on to another human being and hurt them. Your silence says it's okay. So when you see somebody doing something like that, I am not saying to jump in front of them, especially if you notice they've got a knife in their hand and the blade is pointed at you. That's not the time to rush. That's the time to pause, observe, and wait, and think, what can I say that will flip this blade? And maybe in the moment, nothing. And all you can do is walk away or run like a wild dog is after you. Although you just walked away from disaster, that doesn't mean you will not get another chance. Trust me, when they figure the fence is low and they can jump on you and jump over the fence and get you, they're going to try it again. But now you have experience. You will see them coming. And before you see them coming, you will greet them. You will greet them. There are many ways to greet the people that are coming at you because they're angry at somebody else and you are the next person. You are the victim. You are the low fence. You are the low hanging fruit. They're going to grab you. You have to remember that. And when they step in there, your choice is at the moment to disarm them. Do you disarm them by looking at them in a nasty way? No, you don't. You just aggravated them. You gave that to them, you're going to get it back. Hello, how are you doing? You look fabulous today. How are you feeling today? Wow, I love your dress. You don't have to stand there for hours to have this conversation. You need to throw it out there. And you will disarm them. I'm okay. Thank you. They're so shocked at your behavior, knowing what they did to you or to someone in your family, that when they get it, they cannot respond. If somebody sits day in and day out and they plan how to get even with others, that person you need to flee. That energy is low energy. That type, they're stealing your spiritual soul from you. Somebody that contemplates and purposely does things to hurt others, to step on others. I'm going to break this and nobody's going to get it because I cannot have it. I'm going to destroy it. You know how much energy that took? You know how many arteries in their blood flowing that is blocked by the anger that they took? Do you want to be like that? Do not give credence to this kind of behavior. Do not even see it. Do not even accept it. You can pity them for that. And you have to remember, I cannot give you what I haven't got. I cannot give you from an empty cup. So a person who is constantly angry and just doing mean things, and they're not harming you. They're harming themselves. What we give out to the world also is what we get back from the world. Even if we send it out there in energy to the entire universe, that's what we will get back. We need to know that what we say, we get. What we think, we get. What we do, we get. And if we know that, why do we do all these horrible things to others, thinking that we're hurting them? And sometimes it clicks. It just clicks, the cogs in the wheel, and just it goes into the right spot. And the person will say, you know what, Tessa-Marie? And you're looking at them, and you know them. It doesn't matter what I do, I always seem to be, and they use that famous word that looks like a snake. It's shaped like a snake, it looks like a snake, it's a snake, and it's coils. You know, Tessa-Marie, I'm always having to struggle. I'm always struggling, Tessa-Marie. Our whole family, we always struggled. Nothing was easy for us. And you're looking at them and you're thinking, I could tell you so many times when you were mean to others. I can remember you treating me or others badly. Is it the right time to tell them that? No. If you do that, then you're getting like them. That is the time to listen. Give them that ear. Give them what you have, a listening ear. And then you can say, well, you can start from your words. Look at the word struggle. It looks like you're choking and something is holding you back. Why don't you look at the word? Why don't you look at what you're experiencing now as a challenge? A challenge you can do something with, you can win, you can come out on the other side. So you're giving them. Yet, that was the person that stepped on your toes so bloody hard. Didn't think at the time that their words, their action was going to harm you and your family. They didn't think that. How many times did they do that? They're older now, and they can't remember, and they forgot their meanness, and they can't understand why the sun is not always shining in their world. I like to remind people that karma goes both ways. What you put out to the world is what the world is going to give you tenfold. Can you imagine you do some things once and you get 90 more of it and it's good? Hey, like Kimberly said, you will get 90 more of it and it's bad too. So you have to forgive yourself. If you have done things that you have actually done it to hurt somebody, and maybe they got hurt, maybe they lost their job, instead of saying, I don't know, but you did something to affect them, instead of all of that, instead of making them take a ride the wrong way, instead of telling them, do it, tell her off, you told them not to. And if you did all of those things, the only cure for it now is not holding it as regret, is saying, I didn't know better. Oh, I didn't know better. And forgive yourself. They say one of the ways to do it is to write out what you did that hurt others and burn it. And when you have burnt it, realize you've let it go. And you say, I forgive myself for not having the right attitude towards life. They say those actions affect your children and your grandchildren for generations to come because that's your legacy. I don't know about that. So what I heard. It's a legacy. But they also said, if you forgave yourself now, 10 years ago, for doing it and not repeat it again, then it stops it. And it does not become a generational curse that just runs through the family. So we have to watch it. We have to remember that everything we think, we say, and we do, we're doing it to ourselves and only to ourselves. Although at the moment, though, somebody gets hurt. Somebody's family suddenly doesn't have a paycheck. And I did that. But now, you can still correct it. If you do not correct those type of hurts, you will not be happy with what you do in your life. So good, especially to start ourselves into the weekend. Yeah, I like giving you something to ponder on the weekend. I don't plan it because I have the topics from before, but somehow it always seems to fall on the right day. So, when you are sitting in the moment, and that is why it's important to have those moments of stillness and silence and reflect or muse. So if you're musing, you're going to maybe smile at what you did that was good. If you're reflecting, I shouldn't have, maybe I can fix it, what can I do? You don't have to give that person your soul. You don't have to give that person anything. You have to forgive you for not having the right tools to enable you to make the proper choice at that time. You didn't know better. So do not get angry. Realize that you went down the rabbit hole because you didn't know there was only one entrance and an exit. And it does get blocked. And you're stuck in the rabbit hole. So, remember though, this weekend, when you're relaxing and you're thinking of something and you have this moment and you get the opportunity to say something nasty to somebody, hold on. Walk away. Do not pay them with the same coins they paid you. Sometimes you know, the people that stepped on your toe or put an obstacle in your way, but it didn't harm you. And do you wonder why they went out of their way to put an obstacle in their way, and a year later they had the same experience? 10 years later they had the same experience that they pushed for you. So they put an obstacle in your way. You have to let it go. You are aware. And then that person is going to maybe need you. Do you say to yourself or to others, I'm not helping them because of what they did to me? No. It's not a matter of being better than them. It's a matter of preserving you and making you a better person for yourself. That's why you listen to them. That's why you cry with them. That's why you pat them on the back. That's why you help people that you know that has hurt you. You cannot walk away. Your job, the corporal works of mercy, feed the hungry, comfort those that are in tears, shelter the homeless, clothe the naked, feed the mind of those that mind is not open yet. Let them know it's okay. We are not completely blameless in this world. We all had times when we made those mistakes, but wisdom is something that helps you to realize that was then and this is now. And now going forward, I have burnt. I didn't know. I thought it was an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I thought I had to take somebody else's highly lucky. I had to take somebody out because they took me out 10 years ago. No. All we have to do is remember whatever we send out to the universe, to the world, in any action, thoughts, or words, is what we're getting back. Nothing less or more. Maybe if it's good you send out to the world, you're going to get a lot more. That's what Kimberly said, tenfold. 10 times what you give in goodness, you're going to get. I wonder if it's the same for the badness, the horrible, the wicked. So this weekend, I would beg of you, when you find yourself making a choice, because somebody's choices does not align with yours, walk away. Live to fight another day. Do not let other people's attitude affect you internally. Do not let those people that are outside of you affect how you feel inside of you. If you follow them and you give them tit for tat, you're becoming them. You are. You might as well be honest and tell the person, I do not want to engage in this. When somebody is telling me something that I don't like, or I think is the wrong thing to do, I said, no, don't bring this to me. Don't send this to me. Don't talk to me about this. I am not going there. I have no interest. Don't tell me about your friend. Because, it's so bad. Because, when I was standing at the window this morning, looking out, Still have snow on the ground. A lot of it has melted. And you can see some of the flower pots that stay, the concrete pots that stay out in the backyard. I was looking at it. And while I'm staring and just listening and observing, this thought came to me. I didn't know I would use it. No, I really didn't. And that thought is guiding me and telling me, the person that is noticing that you have a light, you have a spark, and your spark is going to light up the world. And that person has noticed that that spark is going to light up the world. They will come up to you and they'll say so and so and so and so. They don't like what you do. They don't like your spark. You're only doing it to get this, to do that. Okay. But you do not know that that person is a human carrier pigeon. So whatever you say to them, they're going to take it and bring it back. But when you see that human being, what I want you to do is take a good look at them. That person that goes from one side of the pond to the other side of the pond, one side of the road to the other side of the road between people. I guarantee you one thing. When you look at them, they will have no luster on their face. Their skin will be dry. They just won't shine. Their actual inner light is not even coming through on the outside. They will look dry. They will really look dry. Trust me, they'll look dry. Because all they're doing is setting little fires everywhere. They take from Joan, they bring to Astrid. They take from this one, they take from Astrid, they bring back to Joan, and Joan spread it over there. And they are the common denominator. When you meet that person that has done that or is doing that, observe them. They will sometimes look like the female or male in the moon, working and running and no time to breathe. They just like they're on a what do you call that, hamster thing. And that is why, because they're too busy sending negative energy out to the world, and they get it, and sometimes they don't even know how they get it. And this weekend, I'm asking you, that person or persons that are in your life, and every time you talk with them, you realize they're draining you energetically. They're draining you spiritually. Close the door. Limit your time with them. The hamster on the wheel, yes. So those kinds of people, you have to know how to limit them, how to keep them back from being in your life. You don't have to cut them off at their feet. You don't have to disown them completely, but you can choose when they're ready to start their little thing that you go, should I go or should I stay? Should I take it up or should? Or you can actually do like the prayer that I use and I say to you guys all the time. If you were me, would you answer this phone now? If you were me, would you respond to this DM now? Or do you want it to sit on the back burner and simmer? It's the weekend. Let something simmer on the back burner. Have an amazing and wonderful weekend. I am not sure. I think maybe you guys know. Is the clock going forward this weekend? Or maybe next weekend? I don't know. I keep thinking it was this weekend. So if it's not, then it's not. If it is, we will find out, right? So keep track of that. And guys, it's Friday. Sit and just muse on the week you've had. Oh, on Sunday. Oh, it is. Okay. All right. I like that. That is going to be amazing. So we'll be early. So that means you have to take your time to snooze properly. It's this weekend. Everybody knows. I thought so. So in Dominica, the time doesn't flip like how we do here. So in Dominica now it's 9:34. So next week it will be 8 for 8. So that's what happens. And the sun is good. We're going to have a longer day. Well, we have been having a longer day since the 21st of December. Whether you believe it or not, it starts getting longer from that time. So anyway, let us look at all these amazing people here. Rosalind, you're quiet today. Kimberly, thank you for all your interaction. Betty, Stacy for your interaction. Yuko for joining us. Colin for being done. You're silent too. What's going on, my dear nephew? And Deborah, the original 10 people that show up. And Nancy, you guys are all there. So it's such a nice thing to see that. So let's love that mug. Starbucks. It came with chocolates. It's just the Starbucks mug. So send style same to Queenie. Have a wonderful weekend to all of you amazing friends and family. From Stacy and Tessa, this is so good, especially sat ourselves on the weekend. Thank you. I like to remind people that karma goes both ways. I'm glad you said that. What you put out to the world is what the world is going to give you tenfold. I love that. I am happy that you guys, good morning from Rosalind and Betty and all of you guys. It's good, Dawn. I would love a beach right now. Oh, that's from Stacy. Happy Friday. Or beach day today. She's going to sit at the beach and just sit and swim all day. Good morning. I'm feeling amazing and blessed. How are you feeling? Deborah, I am fabulous. I am looking forward to the weekend. I don't know why. I look forward to every minute of every day, so I have no idea. I slept great. Great to hear that, Stacey. You've had a hard week. I'm feeling fired up and ready to go. Colin. Anyway, guys, have a great day. I'll see you guys on the other side of time. Take care. Love you. Love each and every one of you. And do something for yourself this weekend. Stacey, yes, and Yuko, you guys can have wine. Have a great day. Bye-bye.